Do I exist? I had to remind my computer what a microphone even is, so hopefully now I can be heard. The Lisbon lampshade survived the journey to the new house. And indeed, there it is. Oh yeah, wait, it's not the Lisbon lampshade anymore. That's several years ago. The Rotter lamp, the Rotter lampshade, I don't know what to call it, but all I have to do is raise my hands and it's perfectly encapsulated, now making weird sort of grabby gestures. But yes, hi. Yes, I would give you a room tour, but there's not that much to show. There is, however, a flag on display, like, about... how does physical space work? About yonder. And I can't show you what it is just yet, because I'm still working on videos and stuff behind the scenes, but I have heard all of this year's Eurovision songs, apart from whatever the hell's going on with Belarus at this point. So, the reviews are still ongoing, but I'm taking the night off to do some Pokemans. And, as ever, once I finish setting up, my friends and co, all of whom are friends and none of whom are co, unless you are co and friend, the fam of friends may be able to join me, as is tradition. In the meantime, how are y'all feeling? And also, like, I just, like, earlier today, finally rewatched my previous stream, and I thought that I sounded a bit quiet, so by all means, let me know how, like... Don't mind me just stretching to get everything set up. Let me know how, like, the audio balancing and stuff is, and I will foot, basically. The Switch has gone back into sleep mode. But do I need to shout, or are you being sarcastic? With a G. You know, it's like milk, but with a G. Wait a minute. I'm dumb. I forgot to put the game card in. Oh, it has been a while. Bear with. I just need to lean over this way. The game. Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm dumb da 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 dum dum dee 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 do do da 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 do. The next thing to do will be to insult an entire cable, and by that I mean Discord, because I just went into a Discord chat. Right. Everything appears to look flavors. Do things look and or sound flavors? Because things do appear to look flavors. Let me know. And, you know, if I need to turn my personal audio up or down or whatever, I thrive on such knowledge. I will literally perish if you don't tell me these things. Also, it was informed unto me that if I just let this opening sequence play out, now that I've beetled the game, it'll actually show my team, maybe. Unless it was just the once and I skipped the one time that it was going to happen. But no, oh lord, there we are. And sure enough, Cesar is there, even though I currently have Urine on my team. Wow. It's been an entire while, and it's only just hit me now that Urine kinda sounds like urine. Why'd I go to check boxes? That's like the one thing I don't need to do. Okay, first of all, Lotto ID. Yes, give me the sausages. Now, funny story. In the previous house, I had to turn 90 degrees in order to be able to see, like, the game or the chat. Like, I had to turn back and forth in order to see one or the other. But in this house, they're next to each other, but at the moment, the TV is, like, an entire monitor higher up than the computer, so I have to sort of look upwards to see the game, so... my father and I are going to sort out everything, basically, and over the weekend we're going to plug up the other consoles and generally have a fantastic time. Oh my god, oh wait, I was gonna say, wait, the client had the same name as Germany 2016? No, Tess. One of your Pokemon was named after Germany 2016. That sounds like flying types. Do I have flying types? I'm going to suggest that perhaps I do. So yeah, as is tradition, I'm gonna just do the whole PokéJobs thing while everyone else tells me whether or not the audio is decent, because if it's too loud, if it's too quiet, please let me know, otherwise I will not be able to flelve my harvesses. And I'm looking at these and remembering fondly the last stream which I watched earlier today. I have far fewer flying types than I thought. Well, how about that? Also, it's disproportionately warm in here, and I could not tell you why. Oh, Benny. Benny Cristo. Wait, you're also flying. Montaigne, because she's queen. Bear entirely with. I will be back to your regularly scheduled test in shortly. Oh. Also, I just caught in that, like, literally, it wasn't until I watched the last stream back that I have two Eevas, and they're right next to each other because I'm an idiot. So there we go, that's that selted with Alka-Seltzer. Are y'all doing well, by the way? Because I just have perpletual paranoia that I'm doing something inevitably wrong, so, Bizarrely, I feel like I do have... I'm sure I saw quite a few ghost types. This won't be the entire stream, I promise. He says, bumping the microphone with his knee. You know, like, knees, knees. Which is from Welcome to the Jungle, I think? It's a fun and silly and enjoyable time. Don't worry, I'll get on with my life in a moment. I said like literally anyone's even watching in the first place. The first place, never mind egging me on. Says you will rejoin the team soon. For some reason I forgot that Duskull was pure ghost. Well, how's about that? The old guy from... Oh yeah. That was an episode of dubious quality in hindsight. Like, it would have been fine without the big sort of twisty reveal at the end. Hyphen with a 3. Where's the 3? And then they see how it's spelled. Oh yeah. Laura, named after him from Twin Twin, oh yeah. Well, I think I'm fresh out of ghost types, so that'll do. Okay, so as not to make this Strimstram be too many borings, first of all, I will need to rate a nickname, because it went right over my head last time, but there is actually an umlaut on the O in Urin's name. And I feel so foolish, like I'm usually so fastidious with this sort of thing, and then I missed this one... A and N. It's the same, but different. Right then. Couple of things that I want to do, first of all. I believe we left off in Stow on Side. That's usually where I leave things off. And again, am I loud? Am I quiet? Please let me know if I'm doing a disservice to your face ears. Today's bargain, cracked pot. No, I want a chipped pot. That was also a cracked pot. Well, I say you're the crackpot. A magnet, I already have one. You disappointment. Tiny mushroom, take my tiny mushroom. Now, there's one more thing that I want to do before we yondle over to the Isle of Armour, because that's what this stream is gonna be about. But I want to go to down there, because towards the end of the last stream, I caught an entire Espeon, and allegedly you can get several evolutions from around there. Ah! Don't mind me just nearly cycling just right into an elephant. Ugh. I'm still having to get used to like craning my neck upwards to look at the TV. It's a temporary solution. I suppose since we're here, I can harass the television, and by that I mean tree. Oh, there's trees. One thing, come on, don't do me like this game. I'm gonna be greedy, and it will punish me accordingly. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay, well. I shall take those things, promptly forget where I set the other Joy-Con down. Okay, now, can I get to where I'm going from down here? It looks like I can because... Ah! Because this area is laid out slightly differently from how I remember, and the ground is very farty today. Which suggests to me that we might perhaps find a Jolteon, unless everything is different over there. Really? No offense, non-Mickey, but I ain't got business for your business. Thank you. Hey, is it me, or like, do Pokemon just have a much higher rate of no, you can't get away in this game compared to in older ones? Because, like, when I was young and stupid and new at the Pokemon series, my entire strategy was built around running away from Pokemon. And, and I never had any issues with it, so why is the life? That's all, just why is the life? Flareon? Woo? Oh yeah, okay, fair enough. Balances with being able to see them in the grass. There's a fiery cat dog. And it's a she! Quick ball, get inside my speedy ball. Nyahaha! Oh! Disappointment! Ooh, scary face. To test their love, she decided to use her scary face. They're fine. Get spooked by an ice cream. But we already have a fiery Eleni. Oh, I don't actually remember if she's fiery, but we already have an Eleni. Boogity boogity. Fuck it, get in my dusk ball instead, because usually... you know what? Fair play to you. Mila... What was her surname? I want to say it was Moskov, but then, like, wait, that sounds too much like Moscow, and Moscow isn't in North Macedonia. Oh yeah, so it was Mila Moskov then. Well, how's about? Oh! Fine, I will boogity boogity a subsequent time. Moskov cocktail, like Molotov cocktail, but fire. Don't set fire to my ice cream. Don't set fire to my scream. Oh, so uncouth. Oh, I didn't know that happened. Well, oh. Yeah, to hell with it. We'll throw Urine out there, see if he gets extra bonus experience just for existing in the same plane of reality as it. What? Boy, why you be flapping? You could literally just land, you know. Like, nothing is stopping you from just standing on the battlefield like a normal cloud. Ah! I swear, I was watching back last week's stream, and I got so many Pokemon in a row, and everything was fine, and now suddenly no one wants my balls. I'm disappointed. Mila Skopje. Well, if it's any consolation, the Twitch chat on my dashboard shows me what emoji that is, but I still can't tell. It looks like half of a pie. Spicy. Spicy, spicy. M-I-L-A. Okay. Okay, I see how it's... y'all with my beast balls. I have a beast ball and a wait, only that one respawned. Might I inquire as to wherefore? Ooh. It's just fire-type hours out here, apparently. Well, I'm just going to see what else is here, and then we will finally get on with... Oh! With the big friend. Well, my thoughts just sort of car crashed into each other there. How's your day going? Okay. So with all that having been happened... Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Max revive. Why not? Okay. Apparently there's fog somewhere in the wild area. Ask me if I give a shit. We shall go to Worcest, or Wedgehurst, or the House of 1,000 Wedges. Potato. Well, fair enough. Because I know a certain tiger boy is fond of fire types. Because if he were a gym leader, he'd be fire type. But me, no. See. If I had a choice in the matter, I'd be more like, if I were a gym leader, I would choose to be a dark type gym leader. But my branding insists that I ought to be a psychic type gym leader, and that is the role I have most graciously accepted. So, yum. Now, where did I leave that damn train station? Hello, ladies, I'm the champion. Why do you care about Leon? I have made him obsolete-dundant. Wapow. You're welcome. I also spent a little while making sure that I knew how to do my voice for What's-Her-Face. Because I know she's relevant. So yes, the I Love Armour station. Which I think is based on the Isle of Man, except we're going over here for some reason. Oh, right. They picked up the entire train and just sort of dropped us off over diddly yonder. Why you going picking up an entire train carriage, you bird? Wow, it really is that. They really did just kidnap an entire train. I mean, you tell me, lesbian friend. Are you any relation to the lesbian friend from the post-game? You know, because it will be illegal to have a Pokédex otherwise. Oh. Will you give me a prize? Oh. I already caught the... Tess wins by doing absolutely nothing. Oh, you could just go anywhere. Well, no, I just wanted to wander out there, see if there's anything fun, but apparently there wasn't. Oh. Okay, what's Blascanto doing over here? Oh, yeah, there's the... Oh. Oh? Is it Thingy Head? Oh, Lord, it's Little Miss Splatoon.
There you are! Right on time, too! You're pretty punctual for a kid.
Yeah, it's only been, 2 months since we last met, I think.
Huh. Hey, have we met before or something? Oh, it doesn't really matter, I guess. I'm Clara with a K, because I'm a cool kid like that. And yes, everything I just said began with a K. I've been in the dojo a while, so they sent me to help out the newbie.
What dojo?
Oh, come on. I know you're the new student who's supposed to join the Master Dojo.
I'm really not, but I mean, it's whatever.
What's going on? Am I being mocked by a kid? I'm the colourful, caring, and charismatic Clara. Well then, how about we have a quick battle, just so, you know, we can see who's better? I'll be waiting outside, so come on out when you're ready. He'll never know what hit him.
Sure. What do you sell? Kevin, What do you do? Okay, now, if memory serves, she's poison. Don't really have... Oh, well, wait, no, duh. Greta is literally part steel type. And she's level 69. Bonus. Okay, well, let's beat the shit out of her then. Oh, I thought she was just going to have disappeared. Like, nope. Ah, there's the Slowpokes. All the branding at every train station just says station.
I bet this is your first time on the Isle of Armour. I bet you can't wait to start exploring, but first things first, we need to make sure you're ready. Since I've already been at the Master Dojo for a little while now, I'll be the one testing you out. Go easy on me, okay? Stay fresh.
This madam is a time. Oh, bug poison. Bug poison. You're so screwed. Do you know how screwed you are?
Remember, it's just a test, so take it easy. I'll be nice and gentle as I knock you out flat.
Yeah, from a solid, like, 11 levels beneath me. This wasn't intended to be a Monokuma voice. Does it sound like one? I was trying to be... Like, I'm trying to replicate the voice I did for her, like, 2 months ago. And I don't know how close I am. Wait a minute. Flying isn't super effective on poison. I'm dumb! I was mixing up flying is good on bug and poison is ineffective on steel. See, even my weakest Pokemon among me is probably still 12 houses on toast.
How am I the one getting back into a corner? This should not be a thing.
One day, I will evolve Caesar. It will not be in this DLC. I gotta smack you on the head. Bonk. Am I the only person who thinks it would be oddly satisfying to, like, pat a Slowpoke, like a Galarian Slowpoke on the head? Just be like, pat, pat. I feel like it would feel like, it would be slightly crusty, but, like, not in an unpleasant way.
First, that what you took on the Isle of Armour. Consider it a little gift from me.
Ah, go and lick a nipple. Preferably neither one of your own nor anyone else's. So figure out how that works, why don't you? Why is your Slowpoke still alive? In hindsight, why did I even keep Greta in? Galarian Slowpoke's not even poison type until it evolves. Why am I just dumb today? Of all the days for me to stream, I would pick the one where it's small brain hours on toast. And I will keep asking until I'm satisfied my paranoia. How is my voice compared to the game audio? Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? Is it fine? I must know.
My next Pokemon's gonna make short work of... Huh? That was my last one? Well, that's not super swaggy.
Slowly turning back into loser hop.
No. That must be some mistake. Not good at all, man. How'd this kid get so strong?
Girl, I am literally the champion.
If this kid joins a dojo, no one's gonna pay attention to my strength. I could just tell him to buzz off. No, they asked me to bring in the new student. Hey, that wasn't bad. I mean, it's not like I was going all out. Not at all. But still. But, you see, our dojo is one that's got a long-standing reputation. Even the famous ex-champion Leon trained at our place. No offense, but maybe, just maybe, you're not quite good enough to make it. So, how about this? Want to enjoy the sights, but just stay away from the Master Dojo over there, Potassium.
This is doing a number on my suit. A style card? Wait, I know what this is. I can get stuff from places.
Just show it when you visit a boutique or a hair salon, and it'll let you buy stuff that's not available to most people. Anyway, I guess that's that. See you never here.
Why can I not do head voice this evening? Oh, we have wild area camera controls. I hope one day that you'll say that you care if you'll say you love me badly. I'd gladly be there, potassium on a string. Look at all these slowed pokes. I suppose I should catch... What? Oh, it's a Jinklypuff.
Jingus.
Like with a J instead of an F. Look at those eyes. Those are the eyes of someone who is round and pink. Enter my orb. Yeah, in hindsight, I suppose I should fuck about and capture another Galarian Slowpoke just so that I can evolve that into Galarian Slowbro, because I do intend to evolve Caesar into a Slowking. So, you know, full disclosure, that's the tea. Anyway, what would be a good name for this male Jigglypuff? Oh yeah, it's part normal, isn't it? Okay. Someone at... a male Eurovision singer who's hit a really long note. Thing is, I feel like I know the answer to this. As in Oidlepland? Sure. Because, funny thing, in 2012, I did not care for Cooler at all, but then, like, over the years, it massively grew on me, and now I stand. So that's the state of play with me. A bun! Do I already have one of these buns? I don't recall. This is my first time actually looking at the Pokédex, I'm just realizing. Right, where would it even be? Is there a search function, or am I dumb? Because it hadn't even occurred to me this was my first time actually looking at the Pokédex. Like, in the time it takes me to find whatever it is I'm looking for, I could just battle the damn thing and find out. Fuck it. Gonna kick Thought Patrol in the face. The buns! See, funny thing. I somewhat stand by my self-assessment as quote-unquote peak furry trash. I've never been interested in Lopunny. The closest that I've come to being like, ah, yes, this is a Pokemon whose design I enjoy, and I don't mean that euphemistically, is someone did fan art of Lucajin's Lopunny, who was nicknamed Thought Patrol, and they did really good art of that. But even then, you know, I'm trash, but I'm not that level of trash. And so, in honor of the nickname that never was, I will break character here and nickname this one as Fuyuhiko. Because if memory serves, Bunearies naturally start with, like, 0 happiness. Like, if you catch a Buneary, it will fucking hate you. So there's that. Anyway, berries. Oh my god, you guys! I still haven't found my berries, but I found these. What's in the hole? You know, the water hole. And can I cycle off the coast? Octopus! Apparently, and I don't know if this is true, apparently there isn't a collective term for octopodes. So if you have like a, you know, you have like a murder of crows or whatever, we don't have a word for like a group of octopodes. So I propose a squelch. I will entertain all offers of anything better. And obligatory comment that in the thingy, the beta version of Gold Silver, it like the old design of Remoraid looked so much more like a gun. The original Pokemon gun. Well, that was just uncalled for. You ever want to just boop an octopus on the beak? Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't put them together and... Wait, Wait, I just remembered the octopus sex party. That's a brilliant thing to say out of context, I'm realizing. But I could be mistaken. I know that there's like some marine museum or something. I forget where it is. And I forget if it's... Wait, hang on. Ha! She's just listed as pure water type now. Well, how about that? There's some, like... Okay, you have sent me. I have been sent. Yes, there's some, like, water museum, aquarium, that's the word, where in order to, like, protect the endangeredness levels of some breed of octopus, I don't know, it might not even be octopus, it might be some other species, but basically they have to get a couple of, like, they catch some wild ones and put them in a tank next to the captive ones to see if they develop any sort of bonds, and then... Well, it might be eels, actually. I don't remember. And, like, if they form social bonds, they'll let them breed so they can increase the population and set them back into the wild. If they don't form a bond, then they just sort of shoo the ones back out into the distance, out into the wild, because otherwise they will eat each other. It wants to be in holes. You're not helping my case here, Octillery. You know, because Mr. Popular gives me the impression that he wants to get into many, many holes. Whether or not he'll succeed is another matter entirely, but... Okay, can I go all the way... Oh. I didn't think it would let me do this. The game is like, hey, go over this way. Me. Now? How is it going to stop me from going further out? I define you. Not defy, define. Oh dear. Well, I just better make sure that Octillery never meets my, my Shiftry from the Pokemon Ruby streams. Which, by the way, to this day, I still do not remember fighting the Elite Four in those Ruby streams. Like, it happened, but I don't remember it. Anyway, you there. Would you care for a fist in your face? Oh! Oh, that's... Is that a fucking eye-funny watermark? And by that I mean, it's a wild lawnmower. Why in the hell can I catch a wild lawnmower? Like, I am still very much of the, like, back when Gen 4 was new, there was this ongoing debate of whether or not Rotom counted as a legendary. Because all of the circumstances at the time pointed to it being one, and people were like, nah. And I'm like, but it is, though. And now, in hindsight, it seems to have become a legendary, but only in Sinnoh, and it's just common everywhere else. Wait, why would it be... is it... Wait, See, I could never remember, because I know they... I want to say they changed it during Gen 4, where it's Ghost Electric, and when it changes form... Wait, no, it couldn't change forms until Platinum. Between Gen 4 and 5, then. It used to be Ghost Electric, and then it changed one of those types into the type of whatever appliance it's turned into. So in this case, it would become part grass type. And then at one point, they changed it so that instead of being like ghost grass, it's now electric grass. So instead of losing the ghost type, instead of losing the electric type and keeping the ghost type, it's the other way around. Is how it is, I think. And hey with your breeding. The fucking Manaphy can breed, and I mean, sure, it results in Fione, but it could breed. and how could Rotom breed anyway? Oh no, I was gonna say it's genderless, but then it occurred to me, a Rotom could possess a vibrator. I'm not okay with this. I've become Concernicus. Mow, as in the noise that cats make. Well, I'm gonna need to just, at some point, I'm gonna put this in my party, go through all the various forms just to expandulate my Pokédex. I'm gonna name it after Go A, because my whole thing is with genderless Pokemon, I'm gonna name them after bands, because that's a good way of giving them a gender neutral name. So there we go. Ooh, there's one of these. Okay, so I want the Galarica Twigs, but not so that I can evolve Caesar, but so that I can evolve someone else. Not a lot going on out here, I see. Like, how much place is there? Wait. Her name is Lady Clear. Sure. Oh, you can get a weather forecast. I did wonder what that button did. Pot Bottom Desert. Sure. Well, I guess we're open worlding it. And so I'll need to remember to come back here in order to obtain item. Over here. Wait, that was a TR. Oh. Unless it wasn't, and I just missaw the legs. Oh, this looks like a slightly sus little alcove. What are you? Oh, a tentacle. Yeah, why not? And don't worry, the electric grass comment, that lives rent-free in my brain. Fibromyalgia. I can't make a joke because too real. I don't think I have it, but I can at least express sympathy because I have the capacity for sympathy. Anyway, Tentacool. I'm thinking Francesco Gabbani. Because, like, you would have thought a gorilla, and that's exactly why I'm subverting expectations. Also, is it a coincidence that literally every Pokemon that I've caught so far has been male? Okay, savage but accurate. Oh, there's Tree! Shake, shake, shake. Shake that fruity. I saw on Tumblr the observation that, like, water has been drunk by humanity for many, many years. And yet it doesn't have a nickname. Like, no one's like, hey, can I get a glass of that clear? It just doesn't happen. What'd it do, Jeremy? Bless this child. Why do I have so many lizards on my team? Because, like, there's Jeremy, there's Urine, there's Polly. You could argue that Greta is an evolved kind of lizard because... Well, Urine, you are grossly... Okay, everyone's here, apparently. We're just having a time. Jeremy, you dingbat, you missed. Hello. You're just gonna turn up, Mickey? Turn down for whom? Oh, bless these children. Hi! I need to look up what Urine's nature is, because I finally made note of all the others, and he's the only one that I haven't yet. They're not the brightest bunch, these fellas, but I fucking love them anyway. Come on, hit me with your best shot. Good boy. You here? Hi, Greta. Same to you. How's it going? I love them all. So very many. Hi. It's behind you. The way they smile! I'm just dead. I'm dead of love. Anyway, let's make curry. ding dong, bing bong, it's time for food. Yeah, we'll have another apple curry because that makes sense. And screw it, we'll just turn up the spice. I've probably made spicy apple before, but fuck it. I have too many cherry berries for my own good. And one entire apple for good measure. Now, have I lost the touch for making curry in the weeks it's been since last I scrambled? Come on. Push it real good. Well, Uran's happy, and he's literally a fire type, so I'll take it on faith that he's telling me the right news. I mean, would you judge a fire type to correctly ascertain how warm something is? Because you feel like if anyone would know, it would be a fire type. But then again, he's half flying type. Maybe that's going to throw off his judgment. Anyway. Insert heart. Heart meat. You don't know. I made curry on one of my first nights living at this house. And I was proud of myself. I slightly underdid it, but it was still nice. Look at that, look at that. It's food. I forgot that Mickey was in charge of the party, but bless this boy. And Urius is also here. Urius, do you not feel insulted that you're an ice-type ice cream, and yet I just fed you spicy apple curry? Nah, you're no thoughts head, aren't you? And everyone else is just having a time with each other. You'll love to see it. I love them all. Literally, you could put a spoon in my pocket and it would come out still being a spoon, but you'd be somehow aware of how much I love this team. I am so very fond. I am Jane Fonda. I'm not Jane Fonda. Oh. Oh? What the fresh hell is this, he says, cycling towards it. Oh, it's a Sharpie-Doo. Because if I say it the way that it's spelled, it sounds unfortunate. Oh, an obvious threat. Cycles right up to it just to see what's what. It's true. Oh, a dive ball. Those are useful sometimes. What more? There we go. A sag of bar dust. Now, I do have an anecdote from what I call my other time, which was a period of my life that I've largely suppressed due to trauma. And I remember from that time there was an advert that they were running where it was literally like a PowerPoint present. I feel like I've hit an invisible wall, but I can't prove it. Anyway, it basically looked like a PowerPoint presentation, and it was just name of celebrity, and then the next slide was a mental illness that they had either were dealing with or had dealt with or whatever, like on the same coloured background, and then different celebrity on a different coloured background, and then like a mental health thing that they were dealing with. Oh, I can ding the bell! And for some reason, I specifically remember that advertising campaign spoke about Jane Fonda's battle with bulimia. And I don't even know if that actually was her, or if I was just misinterpreting the advert, and it was actually, like, attributing bulimia to someone else, and... of all the times to forget what the go faster button is. Why are the sharks so aggressive around here? You know, it's like when you want to colour something in permanent marker, it's like Sharpie do as opposed to Sharpie don't. Okay, what's going on? What is, as they say, the crack around here? Can I get up here at all? Do you have a beach? Do you are half stupid? Okay, this island. Show me what you got. Oh, you have wonky camera. What's here? Who's here? Oh, I found Sanya, Xenia, and Ivana. Huzzah. They are, in fact, they're the song after next that I need to record my review of. What fresh hell is going on here? I can't see. I can't see. I can't see. Yeah. You gonna come at me? You gonna come bite my thumb? Seriously, why is the camera just so clungeless? What do we have here? Another nug! A piece of toast. Is there anything on this island other than Squovitz? Squov! I will give you one chance, island.
Oh, it's a beanie!
I swear to God, if this one ends up being male as well. Like, nothing personal against the species or the type. Okay, good. I just wanted some clarification that it wasn't nothing but male Pokemon on the Isle of Armour. There'd be nothing wrong with that, just... It was a weird coincidence thus far. Okay, who's been at Eurovision who is absolutely baby? I'm thinking Amaya. And I mean that in an affectionate, positive way. Does the stream still look okay, by the way? Because... Oh, I thought these were part fairy type. Huh. Anyway, yeah, because obviously new house, new internet, who dis, so... But Ben's not a girl. Anyway, back to exploring the ocean. Of course, at this point, I have completely lost track of where we even entered the sea from in the first place. So, intended route, what the hell is one of those? Now, is this an island, or I'll land here and it will turn out that this is actually, like, the back of an entire whalmer. Haha, I got a feather. You can't stop me, you're a shark. I like that, the impending Pokemon also, like, it stops when I stop to get the item. Well, is the ocean cyan, though, is the real question. And at some point I need to go and buy more of these, and I've forgotten already where I got them from. Yay! Now who's got mad teeth? And I mean that as, like they have teeth for days, as opposed to insanity. Oh. It's literally Poop Deer from Castle Crashers. Because, like, it's spelled the American way, pronounced the British way, no one comes away a winner with this name. I think for obvious reasons, I'm just gonna give it an alternative name instead, like, if I name it after anyone, they might take that as an implicit, like, accusation, and that is so not my intention. Anyway, what fresh hell's going on in here? Oh, an entire skirmery! So be it. Polly, it is entirely your turn. Much appreciated, Copper. Okay, so we have a science lesbian, a businessman, and a very bouncy person. Josie Jump from Balamory. She was queen back in the day, and in fact she still is, even though time has progressed onwards into a distance. Insanity. When you bite something and it's like, ah. Teeny neens, ah. Balamory was plush back in the day. And as I recall, the island itself was actually called Tobermory, and they had to, they called it Valamori instead because Tobermory was the name of a Womble, and they didn't want people mistakenly thinking otherwise. And that was, unknowingly, my first encounter with Miles Jump. But he's an icon, and normalizing men wearing pink as well. Archie was Man Queen. Yes, moisten the bird. Punch the bird. Oh. Do the other trainers not feel bad that like we do this whole battle thing, and then if we do defeat it, I'm the only one who's given the opportunity to actually catch the damn thing. Well, yeah, Archie had an entire castle, and it was pink. I agree, how could you not want that? Like, in hindsight, Valamori was just such a good series, because, like, it normalized men wearing pink. It had, from what I recall, pretty good, like, representation across the board, come to think of it, because, like, there was never any comment on any of the characters' like orientations from what I recall. So Archie was ambiguously gay. He had an entire pink castle. He owned being pink. He owned being smart. He wasn't presented as the nerd or anything to be mocked. There was the two ladies who ran the shop, where one of them was in a wheelchair, so it was like normalizing wheelchair use. Yeah. I remember Josie Jump was what was the name of the actress who played her? For some reason it just left my head, but there was I want to say there was, like, she definitely wasn't the only one. There was, point is, it was a good wholesome series. Not as wholesome as the Song Catcher, mind you, but a damned wholesome series nonetheless. Huh. Oh. Wait, they replaced her actor? This is news to me. Because I remember as a child, she was my favourite character, and there were just never any episodes. Well, at the very least, I think there must have been episodes that focused on her, but they were never on when I was watching, or something? Well, whatever. You know what? I have completely... Wait, who? What was... I don't remember Spencer at all. I vaguely remember the various colours of house. It was like... There was the teacher lady who... Her name was like... Miss Hooley? Or something? Wow, I don't even remember there being an orange house. Wow, I am old. Old man Tess is old. Yeah, there was... Now, was the policeman... Like, he wasn't Mr. Plod, because that was from Noddy. E.C. Plum, and he lived in a white house despite the name? It's something like that. Josie Jump was... yellow. Easy McCready! I'd forgotten! And now we are just reminiscing. We are having a reminiscent time. God, children's television. Oh. Okay, well. Let's see. Who's infamous for... I'll wait. Yeah, in memory. In loving memory of Valamori. gonna have this secret internal beef with Greta, and Greta's like, bruh, I'm literally just sitting here. So is this where I'm supposed to have been going this entire time? Because I'm here now. Oh! Liquidation! Oh, Alex, you're also here. Hello, Spoon. But yes, we remember things. Come one, come all, say words and see if I also remember them. Honeycomb. That sounds... Oh, it's Foggy. That is also... That sounds like a name that my mother would give to a cat. Like Flower Pie. I was once criticizing my mother for her tendency to think up, like, ridiculous names for cats. And I said, you always come up with names like Flower Pie. And she's like, oh, that's a good name. And she's not let me forget it since. I'm like, Mother, that was a demonstration of what would be a silly name. Are you talking about Big Cook, Little Cook? Which only now that I'm saying it out loud do I realize just how sus. Because, I mean, yes, it was iconic, but... Okay, why is there so much delay between the Joy-Con and the game? How dare you? Okay, 3 things clearly fell, but it's only going to give me 2 pomegranate berries per ride. Yeah, I seem to recall that Big Cook, Little Cook was like towards the end of, if not after my time, but... Oh! Egg and tree! I gotta catch me some eggs! Hungry for eggies! I don't know what I'm referencing. It's a second-hand reference. I'm borrowing it from Tomska. Now, how can you say with any certainty that this cluster of eggs is definitively female? Like, there's 5 of them. Surely they... How do they only ever cluster together in groups of the same gender? If nothing else, they are eggs. Eggs full of yolk, no less. How could you say with any certainty, how has anyone ever been far even has decided go to use do want look more like? I'll slice you. Catch me slicing eggs. Oh, Compa, behave. You're not Heather. Okay, this time for real. Put these eggs inside my ball. Huevos. Eleni Ferreira, but the song is called Huevo instead. Ah yeah, eggs. Communicates via telepathy, apparently. Like, even we don't know. And you know what? I'm gonna name these eggs after Lorene. Which sounds like a weird choice. But it's because, and I maintain this, during her appearance at the 60th anniversary concert thing, which I was there in person for, huzzah, I'm relevant. I swear it Quiche Lorene, you know what? That's actually funnier than my actual... Huh. Mints that do, like, IVs? Or EVs? I forget which one. But, yeah, during her appearance at the 60th anniversary concert, it really did look like she'd washed her hair. She'd washed her hair in raw eggs. So that's the connection there. But Quiche Lorene is actually funnier, so I'll just pretend that I had that in mind the whole time. These fucking sharks. You won't leave me alone. They won't leave me alone, sharks. Ooh. Ooh, piece of candy. Oh, it's foggy again. One might say illegally foggy. And if that's not motivation for making your ass move, who knows what could be? And why is the sea farting? I'm breathing. Hooray. Well, I'm gonna murder a shark in the face. Bonk. Deadly bonk. The goodness of these boys, I can't even. Mickey turns his head to one side to avoid breathing down the mic. Chocolate rain. Yeah, let this be a lesson to all of the Sharpie-Doo friends. Don't fucking step to me. Is that fucking comfy? Might as well just be Klefki Alolan form. Let's not kid ourselves. I swear, I'll get on with the story eventually. I mean, I know I've been streaming for an hour. But I mean, look at all these potential new friends. It is what I have to say to High School Musical. BDSM, but it's BHSM. Bondage and High School Musical. They look like skips. Like you could just peel one of those flowers off, put it on your tongue, it would taste of prawn cocktail. And as a result of this conversation... Sharp high. Is it AY? I think it's AY. So there we go. That just happened. Bees. Oh, I just got the joke. Because, like, honeycomb sounds like if an American said it, it would sound like honeycomb, honeycomb, honeycomb. Like, you see, this region's based on Britain. Your jokes don't fucking work, mate. Also, petty little. He's a little petty friend, little petty little. I'm going to yoink the petty friend. Ooh. Okay, who else is flowers? Because we've already had a Pokemon that I named after Gabriella Gunchikovo. She was all about the flowers. In that case, I suppose... could be a Marta. Like M-A-R-T-A, not T-Y-R. And if I already have a Marta, it's fine, because there were at least 2 that did Eurovision. Yandova and... But... I wanna say... Oh, you body do. Ah! I tripped over a bee! Hard to say. Mickey and I exchange a determined glance as we flee from this fucking bee. Right, which the fuck way was I going? I think this way, because I can kind of see the spires amid the fog. And I've already forgotten how many Galarica twigs, or Galarica twigs, depending on your choice of pronunciation. How many of those do I need? Is it 8 or 12? Not that it matters, because I want a slow king anyway, but just for the sake of Pokédex completion. Okay, now is this... No, it's... Oh, what are you? Was that... What? Who's here? What is that? Oh, it's... Oh. Corfish. I'm dumb. And you over there. You a fucking wishy-washy. Nope, you're an Aracuda. I already have one of you. I thought you were a wishy-washy. yeah, there was a moment where I wondered, maybe it's a Barraskewda that I have and I don't have its unevolved form, but no, I have. So now that I'm thoroughly and profoundly lost. Yay, we get to fight a tree. So this is fun. This is a nice sort of chill, relaxed strimb-stramb.clamb. Strimb-stramb.clamb. Clearly I will have to patent this domain name. Yeah, you can't seed machine gun, which is the Japanese name for that move, I think. Oh. Apparently you can seed machine gun. Only 2 times, though. You're incombatant. Like, you've come to the fight, so you're a combatant, but you're incompetent. So there you go. Yeah, I turned up trying to steal your food, and when you defended it, I murdered you. Happy Independence Day! So that was that. But that was the that was. What's here? Another rare candy! The fuck is that? I mean, it looks like a Kadabra, but I might be completely wrong. Well, to fuck with it. Compat! Ah, 'cause you're compa. Like, the responsible thing to do would be to say to you, no, don't beat yourself up like that, you're a savage. But, I mean, you do you, fam. And wasn't it you who threatened to do, like, a tier list of types of coffee earlier? Because I was going to say, Yas, queen, spill the tea on the bean juice. And then I didn't say it, and then the moment passed. So there you go. Yay! Oh, yes, rate that coffee. But is it complete coffee? Also, Mickey being level 69 this entire time. Nice. Tentacles! Oh no! I lack fondness for this phase of max raid battles where they're like, hey, we're gonna put up a barrier. I'm like, No, like the narrative does seem somewhat flawed that like only female Salandits could evolve into Salazzle. Because like in the wild, the reason for that is a load of Salandits, like, all work together in a harem to feed the queen who evolves into a Salazzle. And as a result, the male Salandits all end up, like, malnourished, and that's why they can't evolve. But surely, once you've caught one, like, at that point, surely it's no longer malnourished because it's being cared for by a trainer. So, like, basically male Salazzle when? Anyway. No, I'm going to insult you by stuffing you into merely a great ball. And this will all be for naught. Yay! I realise, of course, that the timing of me going yeet will be all off because I synchronise it with what's on the television, but there's actually a slight delay between what I say, like, there's a delay between what I see on the screen and what comes through on OBS. So... timing. Anyway, we got a psychic friend. And also, there was a mushroom involved somehow. Kadabra. That's cute. Who's all about the spoons? punch the pop filter. I'm gonna name him after Levon from Junior Eurovision. Levon. Tune. Right then, where was I and how was I doing? Not that tree just popping in like that. Anything fun up here? Ooh, an orb, a sphere, why is this island full of technical... Well, I suppose they couldn't put TMs here because it would imply something about, like, the collectability of them, and... Like, if they made it such that TMs... Like, if they put TMs here, I suppose it would imply that they fully expect to lock you out of 100% item completion unless you were... I'm rambling word letters. Anyway, Cyber. I used to know someone who insists on pronouncing Caesar as just scissor. Like, they do emphasize it's Caesar to differentiate from, you know, the piece of equipment. The piece of junk. How has it only been 10 minutes since I commented on it being an hour? Oh! Do I even have a bug-flavored ball? Have a dive ball? Do I have a net, ball? Do I have a net curtain? I do not. In fact, I'm currently using a fictional flag as the curtain in my room because we have yet to install the blind rail for it here. That was just me scratching my nose, by the way. No shocking developments occurred that you were not availed of. Now it sounds like I'm protesting too much. Must you be so slicey, you bug friend? Don't do drug fables. And if anyone ever comes at me for being like, hey, Tess, this stream has minimal things in the progress department, I'll be like, hey, well, technically it was just testing the internet because I didn't know if it would capacity or not, and it does. So here we are. I have fond memories of Pokemon Stadium where there's that mini game with the cutting. Wait, what was this? Him that, Alexiv. I'm thinking of the roses here. And I'm just going to hope that I remembered correctly how to spell words. Horse! Pictured here, a horse. I know all the animal names. Like the windy man, the long mover. These quick balls have served me oddly well. Don't make me eat my crow. Thank you. Well, anyway, I'm having a fun time. Even if no one else is. Clearly, I'm the only one who matters. Now, who can run at very quick, high speeds? I don't think I've named anyone after Davi yet. Wait, am I blind? Nope, it's there. Well, you see, both the things you just said made sense. But I'm committed to Davi now. Edgar, you forgot I existed. I'm sad forever. I'm deliberately exaggerating. It's fine, people are allowed to have lives. Starfish! Staryu used to be one of my favourite Pokemon, and then over the years it just kind of fell out of flavour. Just out of, you know, others came along and grabbed my hand and said, please sir, like me instead. Like, comment, and subscribe. In that order. Honestly, not very much. I finally put the umlaut in Euron's name. I came to the Isle of Armour. I fought Clara for the first time, and I've just been bumbling around since then because the game just dropped me in a wild area, and I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm not just shouting no, I'm naming it after my... knocked over my bottle of water, but luckily it still has a lid on it. Named it after my... Oh, yeah, yes. My personal winner from 2005. You know, Foroig Villag. Oh, I don't... why? Who keeps leaving these candies? Oh! Oh! Baby! Why are there Lilliput here? Lily the elephant picked her trink and said goodbye to the circus. Have we ever had a Lily at Eurovision? Now I feel dumb. Well, there was John Lillygreen, but that's not quite. Lily Among Clouds, true. Lily Among Clouds' song was overrated. People can debate me on this. But yeah, I've had national finalists in here before, so sure. Now don't get me wrong, Surprise was a good song, but it needed work before sending it to Eurovision, and on this I will not budge. So, you know, it was overrated. It was good, but overrated. People seem to forget that that's a thing that is entirely possible to have happen. Oh! Oh, what? There's just stuff everywhere. For some reason, I misread that typo of not as NGO. It's a non-governmental organization. Right, so because I just sort of cycled out to sea and just came back in the middle of hell, I don't know where I am or where I'm supposed to go, if I've missed any major story beats or what Susan there could have been. Hi, Lozzie. Everything's going to hell, and it's fine. Carbos. So where am I? Huh. Wait. Okay, I misread that as Fields of Horror, so that's a good start. How did I end up here? Like, I know I went around the island, but... Ah! Walked into a puppy. Solo to Robo! Unless I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. It seems like something I would be interested in, but I've never actually bothered to look into it any further than your recommendations. Not me cycling halfway around the sea and then being like, how did I get here? Sure, give me spees. Oh. That's disappointing. I am inevitably due to receive one. When I bother to level up my cruel tentacle. Oh, we have Whisper. I don't know why everything's exploding downstairs, by the way. Don't worry about that. I don't even know if you can even hear all of the various thumblings. Also, Whismer is just such a mood. Just, everything's loud. Whismer, the overstimulation Pokemon. See, I would rather someone who's passionate about Solitaire Robo play it and that be how I consume it, rather than me playing it blind. Just, I want to see it done justice, and I don't know if I personally would be capable. Anyway, Rona Nishliu for obvious reasons. She has got some pipes on her, and it's impressive. I still don't much care for the song, but I respect what she's capable of. Oh, Dradigon. Why is... The game just does not want me to make anything resembling progress, because just everything's everywhere at the same time. And it'll turn out that when I actually make the progress that I'm supposed to make, that's it, that's the entire DLC. And it turns out that the real DLC was the friends we made along the way, by which I mean... It turns out you're just supposed to bumble around this gigantic wild area, and that is the whole point. I am so lost. Oh, dearie Losing. It's like when Susan is defeated, she's losing. Yeah. Wait, that's a Rockruff. I just got a Lillipup, but I want a Rockruff as well. I want every form of Lycan Rock because they're cute. Please climb into my final speedy orb. Oh? I heard a ping? Who's pinging?
Hey.
It's a Pingus! Hello.
Hi.
What's the name of the Danish one from the Italian band this year?
The name of the Danish
Yeah, the
one from...
the lady girl woman who was like, hey, I'm part Danish, let's call our band Måneskin.
Oh. Oh, that's how you pronounce it. Okay.
Well, I'm not sure how to pronounce the letter K, to be fair, because as I discovered this year, Danish is like speak Norwegian but have a stroke.
I thought it was pronounced Mons skin. Like Mons.
Portmanteau of Mons and foreskin.
Clearly. Which one is the Italian one?
The woman. Which one is the Italian?
Well, they all sound Italian, to be honest. So it's the woman that's
Literally just look at a list of the band members.
Yes, I am.
While I kick the microphone.
There's Damiano, David, Victoria De Angelis.
That's the one.
Well, thank you. I was thinking, with this, yeah, they all sound flavors of people.
And then, if I get one that I name after Victoria from Bulgaria, I'll specify Victoria G, as in G. Willikers Batman.
I thought you was going to say Giovanni.
You know, like him from Strictly Come Dictly. Oh, ha, ha. One of the keys looks like it's screaming.
I take it you're on the Isle of Armour stuff.
Yes.
I haven't started that yet.
I have.
That's nice. I'll probably have to watch this back so I know roughly what I'm doing somewhat.
Oh, don't be fooled. I don't know what I'm doing. Now,
That's fine.
Now, I did look it up, but this was a couple of weeks ago and I've moved house since then. I figured I might as well save myself a a smidge of time and already capture a Lycanroc that's already locked into one of its forms. So that then, when I evolve the Rockruff that I got, I can make it be one of the other forms. And I know in Sun and Moon, the Dusk form has like a very specific requirement, and I feel like they changed it for Sword and Shield, so it's literally just like midday form is just evolve it during the day, midnight form is evolve it during the night, and then dusk form is like evolve it at 7 p.m. and something else, and I forget what the something else is.
I will look this up for you.
Indigo, why are you telling me this now? Everyone told me it was fine before. Please evaluate the game audio for me. Yeah, Fire Spin is not worth my time. Okay, only if... okay. Well, but now I'm going to need to check if, basically. Oh. Wait. What?
No?
No? No what? What?
I am highly confused. Okay, so it was the dusk form Lycanroc, right?
Yeah, because I just caught a nighttime one, and I mean if they're available in the wild, so much the better. But what I shall do is
a rock own tempo evolves into dusk form Lycanroc when level from 7 p.m. to 7:59 in real time.
okay. See, I was going to go into my boxes to check if the one that I'd caught was that, and once again the game has been like, you can't do that. So I guess we'll have to wait until we encounter a Pisces. This area gives me major vibes of like Dragon Roost Cavern from Wind Waker. Unrelated, I had a really nice chicken and bacon sandwich the other day.
That's nice.
You're welcome.
Thanks for sharing this vital piece of information. We couldn't have gone on with our day without it.
I've saved the world.
Yeah. You're not Sylvia Knight. You're a cross-dressing
baby. Oh, apparently I'm illegal, so I guess I'll have to leave.
What do you mean you're illegal?
Well, there was this spooky girl who was like, "You're not ready," and I'm like, "Fucking try me," and she's like, "No." Oh. And it's a male child.
Okay. Cool.
And I may as well capture a male one. And for all I was saying about Salazzle before, there's probably gonna be a Salazzle in the wild somewhere, and then I'll end up with that as well, and...
I keep finding Salazzles in the wild area, so it's fine.
Ooh. I think I'll name this one after Alfred, because we had Abaya earlier on, so I'll call this one Alfred. Just to complete the circle. The two-person circle.
The two-person circle of what? I wasn't here earlier.
Alfred and Abaya.
Oh! I thought... No, that... I was thinking of... that
Lake
lead
Malawi?
singer guy. Yes.
That's Albert.
I knew it started started with K.
Discord cut out for half a second, so it just sounded like you said, well, I knew it started with K.
I knew it started with Al.
It turns out his name was actually Al. La, 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 Al. And
Alakazam.
Oh, Alakazam regard. Or
Oh my god, you're so beautiful.
why don't you let me have it? Eurovision 2021 as performed by friends.
Yay.
Like, just Alucard journey. Yes.
I don't want to give up my summer.
He said whilst swallowing his own lips. Like, I think. Therefore I am.
Stop. What the hell are you talking about?
I don't
An
know.
attempt was
I can see something in the grass, but I can't see what it is because Africans.
Is it love? Because love is on my side.
I don't know what it is. Oh, it's a venipede.
I mean, I'm probably one of the few people that doesn't hate Portugal, but his voice during the chorus, I'm just sort of like, why are you doing this?
Oh.
Also, the lead singer kind of looks a bit like you.
Okay.
Like, in terms of the long hair and the dress sense.
Oh. I found a cake.
You've already named a Pokemon after the cake to bake people.
Yes. Well, luckily the cake wasn't a Pokemon. The cake was actually a cake all along.
Oh, okay. I thought you found like a Gigantamax Alcremie.
And
I wonder.
as I said, whilst Portugal's national final was ongoing as well, people say Contra Mao, and all that comes to mind is Mao Mao playing Contra. I know nothing about that cartoon. Anyway, go on.
I wonder if anyone's actually made like the Gigantamax Alcremie like into like a proper like
Thing.
cake
I mean,
thing. Yeah.
it's the internet. Someone probably has.
Yeah.
Oh, Mickey, you timid sack of fuck! Because I finally took the time to make note of my Pokemon's natures. And Mickey, the Obstagoon, the tough guy, is timid.
Makes sense, I guess. Don't judge based on appearances, guys.
Yeah, be nice. No, but do, though.
You never know what battles people are going through in their own minds and lives, and yeah.
Yeah. Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind, always. Fight everyone you meet, always. Beat your meat, always. Bees, 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 bees.
Okay then.
And I'm not going to put an initial there because I don't remember his surname.
Whose surname?
President Boy. President Baby.
What, Gianluca?
Yeah.
I'll find out. I think it began with a C. I will double check. Come on and play this game. I've got that stuck in my head now. Thanks, Tess.
It was a good song.
It is a good song. It was my winner in whatever year that was. I think it was 2017, I want to say.
That sounds right. And I think it was my winner too. I don't remember.
Neither can I.
But there is something slightly ominous about the lyric being like, let us unite because we're all the same. Join us. Come play with us. Junior Eurovision forever and ever.
Amen. Gianluca Cilia.
That's
So it begins with a C.
Ah, I remember. Oh, Sure, I have plenty of Armour I door anyway, so I don't care.
There was quite a lot of meh songs in Junior Eurovision 2017. Like, they weren't necessarily bad, but a lot of them were just kind of meh. At least in my opinion, anyway.
I don't remember much off the top of my head, so you may be right.
That was the year of the Don't Touch My Tree song.
Ah, most my pregnant women.
Don't you fucking touch me tree, you fucking numpty, I swear on me mum.
It's more or less the gist of that song.
Bear with me a moment, I will be right back.
Oh no. Yes. Venus, Venus. The Bulbasaur is my favorite of the Kanto starters, and I have urine, so I might as well get another friend. Plus also catching a starter in the wild. This is unheard of. Yeah, what was Cyprus 2017? Because I remember 2016. Wait, was 2017 I Wanna Be a Star? Because hello.
And I am back.
Yeah, okay, I was right then. So Cyprus 2017 was I Wanna Be a Star. Yeah, that was underrated.
That was.
Anyway, I have a large bird again.
Yay.
Apparently I turned super French while you were gone. I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, weren't you like part French anyway?
Yeah, and in fact I still am.
No, clearly the Frenchness goes away the further away you go from France.
Because it's like, hey, I moved closer to the Welsh border, so I come up to Wales like, bonjour.
Clearly.
I do love that meme.
Oh, there's Clearly you will represent Wales at Junior Eurovision, despite the fact that you're 24 and not Welsh.
I can't speak Welsh. You know, like that Girls Aloud song? I don't speak French, but it's Welsh.
Oh, I can't speak French, so I let the funky music do the talking. That song.
Proper being savage there. I don't know Welsh. Then learn. Oh, okay. Well, the thing is, because I live near Wales, I might be able to. I don't know. Oh, the turd clouds.
Woo!
Now, the move clear smog, is that smog that is clear, or is it clearing the smog away from everything? Like,
I presume it's clearing away the smog.
smoke fog. Yes, Tess, that is the etymology of the word smog.
Yes.
Haha, yes.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Sounding good, sugar. It's a potato.
Are any of our other friends alive?
Well, Alex has forgotten his testicles. Heather, I think, has a friend over, and I don't know how loud she can get away with being. And Joff is always busy with life, and so it's always a honor and privilege for them to be able to join us in the first place, so I don't know where they're at.
That's fine. I was just beginning to worry because I haven't really heard much from any of them in a while, so I just wanted to make sure they were alive. I care about my friends.
Same!
Like, I know I've been talking to you a whole bunch about my region. I've been using that word now.
We've been thinking about Africa.
And a new glass type for Pokemon because, I don't know.
It's a really cool idea, though.
Yeah, it's just random how it came about because I was just suddenly thinking, ooh, glass blowing. I wonder if there's glass type Pokemon.
You know, toot. Oh.
Yes, because all my ideas are announced with a fart.
I just had a really cursed idea, and I don't think I can say it on a live stream. But it involves blowing a certain part of a glass type Pokemon and it producing this really shrill kind of noise.
Are you thinking of bongs?
No.
Okay. Okay. Because that was literally my first thought when I saw Galarian wheezing. Like, it's a bong.
Anyway, I got a Venusaur, yay. Carry on.
It's probably not meant to be a bong, but eh.
Bong diddly ho ho. I sure did just make some noises that I'm attempting to pass off as commentary.
Right.
Anything fun happening in this hole? No. Yeah, I'm always surprised that more people haven't like reacted more profoundly to my review of Moldova this year, because like one of the furries asked me to summarize it in as few words as possible, and I just said cursed thirst.
Accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate it. It's just the music video is just... It's a clusterfuck.
Apple! I found one!
You found what?
I found an apple at last.
You found Applin?
Yes. Oh,
Yay!
Mickey's still suffering under the thumb. Just the thumb. There is a great cosmic thumb. But yeah, I'm surprised that more people haven't been like, oh my god, Tess isn't fond of booby. Like, it's not even that, it's just, I mean, there's all this cake, and why you gotta be spreading your legs all over it? Like, I am the type of person where, you know, like, oh, maybe we could go back to my place for some dessert. And then we get in, the other person's already stripping, and I'm just like, so where's that dessert at then? And then they're like, I'm the dessert. I'm not into vor, I'm sorry. I just wanted food. Anyway, ooh. I know that we had a name in mind. Like, what was... Right, so... The apple...
I needed to run.
The Appleton that you caught for me,
Yeah,
was that named after Stoyan?
I believe so, yes.
Well, this is fortunate because we have a female Applin, so it could be Elitza.
Yay!
This is the best thing that could have happened to this tree. You know, like those Burger King fries, I think it's Burger King, where it says, the best thing that could happen to a potato. And it's like, oh, what?
Is it though? Is it really?
Nah, you're right. Roast potatoes are the bat's tits. You know, it's like the bee's knees, but even better. Soothing wetlands. I have questions about this choice of name.
Clearly that's where you find the sugar.
Oh!
I don't know. Like, I fear that this, like, because to me, I feel like sugar suffers from what I call heroes syndrome. Like, if I listen to it, like, without the crazy music video and such, like, then it's just a fun song to bop along to, but it's the music video and the visuals that has everybody talking.
Yeah,
Do you get me?
That sounds extremely accurate. See, I've never been to Dolphin Potatoes, so I don't. Now, okay.
Where is Dolphin Potatoes?
I think it's French.
Okay.
Now, something else that is... Lozzie Sausage Poo Poo. Are you familiar with a chain called Spud You Like?
Yes.
Wait, really?
Yes?
Oh, huh. Do they have them in your part of the world?
Yes.
Wild. I've only ever seen them in Newcastle. And like,
I've seen them in various motorway stations across this glorious country of ours, and I think there's one in a shopping centre in Norwich, I believe. There's like 2 or 3 in Cambridge, I think.
Oh.
So yeah, we do have them this end of the country.
oh, like
Why do you ask?
I have literally only ever seen them in Newcastle, and like when I first saw one, I didn't know what it was because like I was sort of walking past it, and I thought it was like okay, are you familiar with Jack Fulton's?
Jack Thornton's?
Fulton's. I
Fulton's,
can't. I
no.
can't not say it with the
No.
thing. Oh, you see,
Uh,
that I would have thought people would know because that's Well, anyway, it's like Iceland but smaller. It's like literally sort of a donut-shaped shop where there's 2 aisles. Like there's like chest freezers all the way around the walls, and
Yeah.
okay, hang on, the TV just went black for a second. That was fun. Yeah, so there are freezers all the way around the walls, and also like down the middle. So it's like, you know, you go in, you go around, you come back out again. I had just imagined that a Spud You Like was that, but instead of freezers, it's just these bins of different types of potato, and it was just like a potato pick and mix. I was disappointed
No.
to discover that it isn't.
No, it's where you can order like potatoes with like different toppings and stuff. Yeah.
I'm disappointed. I want potato pick and mix.
Then make it a thing!
Gap in the market. Right, who's I wonder
Who's
if
a
there's
what?
I wonder if there's room for this. There is not.
What is it?
I was
What
gonna-
are you looking for?
I was gonna call this Magnemite Electro Velvet, but there's only enough. There's not quite enough room, so I'm gonna just call it E Velvet.
I thought you were going to call it Electro V.
That sounds suspect. Broke. Labia-shaped masturbator. Woke. Electric V. Yeah, you see, Copper agrees with me.
Okay. I know when I'm outnumbered.
You're a sitcom.
No. The sun is a deadly laser.
Not anymore, there's a blanket. Is this a thing? Oh, now I get it. There's a different tower depending on the form of the thing. Ah. Because I don't know much about this part of the world. But I do know that there's Kubfu and Urshifu, and it has two different forms, and one's part dark and the other's part water, and I'm assuming those towers are how you change its flavor.
Okay.
And a partridge in a pear tree. Right, wait,
Clearly.
so my is how many are? I got a bottle cap.
Na-na-na-na.
Are they here? Oh, it's probably going to be somewhere in here, isn't it? There we go. Okay, so I have 5 Galarica twigs. How many do I need to make a Slowbro? Because I was told earlier on, and I promptly forget it.
What's the thing called again?
Galarica twig. Galarica twig. Because there was a lady earlier who's like, hey, if you get me a number of them, then I'll make a Punis. And then it's prompt. Politoad! Because like it's either 6 or 8 or 12. Ooh, a damp rock. It's moist.
To make a what, sorry?
Whatever it is that a Galarica twig is used for.
In the Isle of Armour, 8 Galarica twigs can be given to a woman on a small island in the Workout Sea in exchange for a Galarica cuff. In the Crown Tundra, 15 Galarica twigs can be given to a woman within the sea caves in exchange for a Galarica wreath.
Oh, great, so I need to collect even more sticks.
The things I do for completion.
Oh, I got an apple. Well, that's good.
Hooray!
Now, oh! Oh! The size of that unit!
Yes.
Sure, I shall sparkle sparkle. It's just a giant fucking Wailord in the back, I think. Oh, I finally... So I've bumbled around for 80 years, and at last I've finally reached the destination that is like... Oh, it's a cliff key. I finally got to the place where I was supposed to go right at the beginning. Oh! Another child!
Huzzah!
I do look forward to you being able to visit my new house, by the way.
Yeah.
Because there's stuff that we can do. There's a place we can go and walk, and also there's that giant fucking whale over there. It's got nothing to do with the house, but I just thought I'd point it out again. And
I know.
There's a little...
Look, I leave a sparkly trail when I bike. Ah.
Cute.
Come
Anywho,
What?
Mama Hex has asked if me and Philly G could come over for Eurovision, and Philly G has his second dose of the vaccine jab literally the day of the Eurovision final, so...
Oh.
So that'll be fun.
Just find 150 Diglets. So I've already, like, scubaed the entire island, or at least that's how it feels. And now it's like, hey, do it again, but 150er.
150 Diglets?
Technically 151.
But why?
Find.
What, find them? Or do you have to catch them and have them in your inventory?
Oh, you just need to speak to it.
Uh,
And there's 17 more in this general area. That will be a thing for another time. I'm not going to specifically focus on that in this particular stream. Ooh, a sunstone. Yeah, oh, it's a puppy. Yes, I will get on with the damn story in a minute. I want to find the PlayStation, and by PlayStation I mean train station. Oh,
was
here
I
it
gonna
is.
say we have? Was I gonna say we have a PlayStation 4 in our house? So
I have a 1, 2, and 3.
Villagy only has a PlayStation 4 because he sold his PlayStation 3.
Okay.
I should
Gilbo.
probably eat. Oh,
Wait,
I should probably
eat?
eat. Yes, you know, food.
Oh, food.
Yes, because that's what humans do.
Alola, human.
I'll probably eat and then join you back in a bit.
Okay. Live your
Hey.
best life.
Hey.
And then there were fewer, and by that I mean 1. And I'm going to camp again just to make sure that everyone's healed, because we're about to go to an entire dojo. Precious child. Oh, hi. Curious, just sort of turning up like, hi. I, once again, have an inordinate quantity of love for these children. Greta's just sort of fucked off to the right. Well, I shan't take up too much of the time here. We will just have another fantastic Koroid. I have not had a giant leak. Like, they say large leak. They're not fucking kidding. Sweet leek curry, Batman. Sweet leeks are made of this. Who am I to die? You're just coming over like, oh, notices your curry.
Yes, fan those flames. Fingers the fingerses.
Me so on fire, feeling hot, hot, hot. I'm giving it a good stirring. Let there be sparkles and food. We will... I was gonna say we shall bang the muck, but this is a Pokemon game, so perhaps not. Oh, yo! Take a leak. So you see, what you have to do is you take your penis. I forget who... I want to say that was Vine Sauce, not to be confused with Vsauce. That's a lot of leaks. Very leaky curry. Jeremy has an appetite, apparently. Precious. One day I will discover if there is a rank above Copraja. Lizard friends just having a bit of banter over there. Reptilian banter. We will never truly understand it. And Eurus is just gazing into the distance. Well, anyway. Okay, so the game just saved its entire self. And I will... Oh, there was an Abra and it has since left. Okay, time for me to do some terrible voices. Who goes here?
Oh, fiddlesticks. So our new student decided to go back home? It seems that way, yeah. I did my best to welcome him, but he just suddenly left after our battle. I'd been hoping to get to welcome a new member to our little family here, too.
Well, hello, and who are you, love? Okay, I'm gonna settle on a voice. Okay, so there are such things as expensive curries.
Of course, you must be the new student that's decided to join the dojo today.
Sure.
Right, exactly, ma'am. I swear he must have changed his mind about joining the dojo. Oh, but here you are. I'm so happy you decided to come after all.
Oh, now everything's just coming up roses. I'm quite sure they already told me your name, but...
Tess.
That's right, you're Tess, of course you are, love. Though I'm rather sure that's not the name I was told before. My name's Honey. I keep this place running. You can consider me the lady of the house. Not that the Master Dojo is any old house.
Why, how? What does he think he's doing, just showing up like that? This ain't good. Miss Honey will know that I lied.
Seems you've already met our Clara. Bit of an odd ducklet, but she's one of our own. She's training hard here at the dojo so she can become a gym leader someday. I could trust the two of you to get along, right?
No?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be best friends.
Oh dear, but look at me. Here I am making you stand around outside after you've come all this way. Come in, don't mind the faint stench of sweat.
Lovely.
Listen, you. If you dare tell Miss Honey about what happened at the station, I'll melt you down to size, you understand?
You can just lick my kneecaps. And there's a baby. There's a baby on the roof. Who put that damn baby up there? Okay, so now I can approach, and I can trample their Cropepes. I cannot trample their Cropepes. Oh, there's a Diglett dig here. Helpful that I can't actually see it when I'm picking it up. Now, I know that, like, some people would probably find that Diglett quest to be extremely tedious. But I actually, like, this is something that I'm going to enjoy doing. Like, I'm not going to do the whole thing on this stream. Like, I'm just going to, like, if I see one, you know, if I bump into one, then sure, I'll save myself some time and interact with it. But you know, I'm not going to specifically go looking for all of them today. But I will, so you got that to look forward to. And another one. I've not found any by accident yet. It's all been very deliberate. Which sounds like I'm in denial, and I'm not. Now, I feel like I'm one twig shy of the necessaries. Yeah, I'm one twig shy of the necessaries. Oh, orb. Focus blast. If that's... Like, there's that, and there's... Okay, so there's that. There's also Focus Punch. I think that's probably the one I'm thinking of. Not a big fan of those moves because of how, like, it requires a skill to use them. Okay, now I have a sufficient quantity of Twiggums. Ralph Twiggum. Ta-da! So what I shall do next is get my bike stuck. Right, I'm gonna go into the dojo in just a momo, but what I want to do first is go and get a second Slowpoke and a Galarica Cuff and just make things happy that way. Whoa. You there, you shall be the sacrifice. The ritual sacrifice. A great strategy, yeah, just sort of lep at it and then have a house. No. Okay, good, you didn't just murder.
Yeet the orb.
Oh, was that a... Oh. Yay, critical capture. Teleportation, yeah, jump on your backpack. Now that being the case, I may as well. Now once I've already had an Anouk, and we've already had a Treintje, Joan. As in Joan Franca. And temporarily put in the party instead of your run, just so that I can... yes, I've got a box as is, because I will get him back in just a moment. And it was that island over there, I believe. Ah, the workout sea, where you must push it real good. Doop, ba-doop, doop, 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 ba-doop, doop, doop. Oh, it's a bit frowny. Please give me the cuff. Oh. I got a poke. Okay. Yes. And in the grand scheme of things... Oh, grind, grind, pepper, pepper, dice, dice, onion, onion. Galarica Cuff. So yeah, I will never want another one ever again, because Caesar will canonically become a Slow King, and we can't have one of those until the next DLC, and we're definitely not there yet, so... Use. Oh. Slow. Congratulations, I have taught a Pokemon how to stand up. Oh, loud, cheap, powerful. The spices. The spices inside its body. Shell side arm. That sure is just a list of words. Well, Joan, you were great for Pokédex completion. I will never use you, but thank you for existing. Now, can I... Surprisingly, yes. I can fly back to the mainland from here. So I will. So, what I shall do is nip back to the mainland, have a bit of a heal situation, get off my fabulous bike for a second, put Urine back on the team, and also, actually, there's something else I wanted to check while I'm here as well. But first of all, Urine, you are one of us. And the other thing I wanted to check is Keen Eye Bow. Okay, you're gonna have to be the daytime form then. And I'll need to get a dusk form at some point somewhere. Don't forget to actually heal, Tess. You're a spanner in the house. Love Urius' just completely blank expression during the healing situation. Now, while I'm here, I'll see if I can make use of my style card, see what it gets me. Yes, I have a style card. I'm fresh. Show me what you got. Oh, right. I thought, wait, I've seen those somewhere before, because I hadn't actually turned the page. I'd just sort of wrapped them back around. Wow. Oh, I was going to say, all of this... Like, oh, yeah, there's a style cap. It'll give you all these secret accessories, and it only unlocks 2 things. Well, 4 things, but still. Well, in that case, because I wanted to head over to... I want to say it's Motorstoke? Also, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
And I just...
Do you want some bad news?
Depends on the flavour.
I've just checked my Pokemon Shield to make sure that I did have the Appleton named Stoyan.
And it turns out that was Elitza.
Yes.
That's fine, now we have double Elitza. It's like double Baltic, but double Elitza. Well,
It's...
I was going to say one could be Elitza Todorova and the other could be Krysia Todorova. They have a name in common, and it's the wrong one.
I could always rename mine, that's not a problem.
But she's a she, and I want to acknowledge the pronouns. The professional
Mine
noun.
is a she!
Yes, so you can't...
What do you mean I can't?
You mustn't give her a male name if her pronouns are she, her.
I thought you meant Chrissia as in like the small child from
Oh, right, you could
Bulgaria.
rename... Oh, you could rename to that. Ah, you're cleverer than I. You've solved the mystery.
It took you a while, but we got there in the end.
We solved
Also-
the mystery.
Also, I've caught every single evolution now.
Oh, jolly well done, tulations.
Well, I say caught, I mean I evolved Sylveon and caught the others, but yeah.
Close enough.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't know what weather would spawn a Sylveon anyway!
Cannabis smoke.
Smoke weed every day.
Weird. Okay, maybe it's Hammerlock that I'm thinking of. Oh, now I can fly to there. I'm sure I couldn't before. I can never remember which city it is that sells the fancy walls.
Fancy walls.
Well, balls, but yes. Is it this one?
I feel like it's
It is.
either...
It is this one. Yeah.
It is Hammerlock.
Yeah. Well, I say that. Maybe the quick balls are only sold in the... elsewhere?
I don't know. There's like 3 poker centers in Hammerlock. Why do they need 3?
Well, I don't mind the 3, but why can't they have a union? Where they all sell the same stuff?
But then if they all sold the same stuff, what would be the point of having 3 of them?
Convenience,
In the
depending on
center.
where you are.
You know, like in America, you're never more than 25 miles away from a McDonald's or something.
I feel like it would be even closer than that.
I knew what I meant.
I mean, so do I, but still.
I didn't get enough sleep last night.
Sleep? What's that?
It's where you close your eyes and rest your body for, like, hours. It's somewhat refreshing, but only if it's effective.
Can't relate.
Neither could I, that's why I've not been sleeping well.
I could swear that there was that there was Ghost Susan around here somewhere, and there's supposed to be a thing that you get for going back to where Ghost Susan was, and she doesn't exist.
Ghost Susan!
Not to be confused with regular Susan, who I think gave birth to you once.
Yeah, that happened. I was then thinking, Ghost Susan? Did all of the people die?
Only most virgin. Like, oh, that reminds me of a really stupid thought I had the other day. Where
Go on.
if you have a 3-headed dragon, and every time you cut off one of its heads it grows 2 more, and it's not immediately apparent what its preferred pronouns are. Hydrogenous. Because, like, it's androgynous, but it's also a hydra.
Yeah.
You get me.
I feel like there's a, like, Hydra Pokémon or something. If not, there should be.
There's Hydreigon, which, like, it starts out having 1 head, and then it grows a 2nd head, and then both of its heads turn into arms, and it gets a new head. Oh, you haven't heard the voice that I gave to Miss Honey yet, have you?
Who's Miss Honey?
The
Is
matron
that
of the
the-
dojo.
No, I have not.
Honey! Everybody, I have an announcement to make. We got a new student joining us today. Please welcome Tess. I'm sure you'll all have lots to teach him.
Welcome to the
All our students are so good and hard-working. Everyone really gives it their all around here.
Well, I don't.
Now here's someone who's not listed in my database of students. Yeah.
Hello, sweetie pie. It's not usual for you to bother greeting a newcomer. This is Hyde, me darling only son.
You some kind of outlier here. You should give this a try.
Oh. I don't know what that does. Oh. Okay.
I don't know now. I want to get on a minute.
He's so good with his hands, always making something new. Such a clever boy. And that handsome gent in the back is me darling Obi and the very master of the Master Dojo.
What soup? You sound like the owls might be pregnant. Is something okay? Is something okay?
I am very much not okay. He's so good with his hands. He's always making something. Okay. Okay. Inappropriate images are in my mind right now. Carry on.
Why, hello there, my name is Mustard. I'm rather good at Pokemon battles, you know. I'm pleased as cheese that you could join us.
Cheese to meet you.
I see you got a good sense of humour too. Good, good. Don't let him fool you into thinking he's just a silly old man. He's a real beast when he gets serious. In the bedroom, am I right? And well, darling, I'll leave the rest up to you. Yeah, this is my favourite part. I want to see just how good you are. So why not have a battle with little old me? Just say the word when you're ready.
The word.
His name is Mustard.
Like the Colonel?
No, my brain was just sort of thinking, like, it would have been interesting yet somewhat stupid if they had a character in S.H.I.E.L.D. named Ketchup.
Alright, let's get this show started. This is the best way to get to know new students.
Well, I haven't heard the voice you gave Poison Lady.
It's exactly what you'd expect.
I look forward to hearing it. I'm gonna go.
Oh, why?
I might join because I'm sleepy.
Oh, in that case, go and sleep. Just don't poop while you're asleep. There's no reason why you would, I just don't advise it.
Okay. No, no.
Good night. I give this advice as someone who has second-hand knowledge of stuff that goes on in hotels. So I'm not speaking from experience. I'm speaking from indirect experience. I was gonna say, where did Greta go? Oh wait, I selected fly, and then I dropped the Joy-Con, so I had to go on a fantastic journey to recover it.
Whoa! Oof, super duper effective. Uh-oh, I smell danger. Either that or I just pooped.
Revenge of the poop joke. A Shinx. How dare you? I shall have Mickey take care of your ass. Your entire ass. It's like that David Guetta album, Nothing But the Ass. Except the album's called Nothing But the Beat.
Oh, looks like my little self's been cornered. I'm getting the shivers.
Why just a Shinx, though? Why would you not evolve? Yes, that's such an intimidating little face. I shall dig. Can you dig it? Mickey just twerking himself underground. You can't stop the children. The children shall stop you. The bell tolls for thee. And with that, we won the house.
That was everything I hoped for and more.
Away.
I lost. You're pretty strong, aren't you?
Hey, the nippy one. Mustard wasn't going well, but it's still pretty impressive. Who is that kid anyway?
People be talking. Women be shopping, as they say.
The way you battle really shows me how much you care about your Pokemon. Even if you've come because of a misunderstanding, as long as you have a will to learn, then you're welcome at the Master Dojo. I think we can all help each other become stronger. I'm happy you've come to join us. So on that note, here's your dojo uniform.
Girl, I do not wear uniforms. I do my own thing. Not me actually wearing the fucking uniform, apparently. Girl.
With that on, you'll fit right in with the students of my Master Dojo.
Why doesn't Clara have to wear it?
Now then. With Tess here now, the dojo's at max capacity. It's time to really start our training. You'll all be facing 3 trials.
3 trials?
Wait, why is there a max capacity for the dojo? And there's more. The person who completes the 3 trials will receive the secret armor of this dojo.
Well, let's take a set of armor. I want that.
And that's
You ever just swallow your voice? Oh, that's why Clara doesn't have a uniform. Because she didn't get one. I'm going to drink a water. Because I am just dying over here. Blech. Feed me the liquids. Feed me Seymour. Poke. But also, he, like, her, like his giving hand was under her receiving hand. Po, po, po. Po. Good noises. Okay, now that my throat exists.
Hey, get back here!
Oops, guess I let them out of their Pokeballs a little too soon. This is the first trial, my students. You gotta chase after those fast Slowpoke trained with care by little old me. But that's not all, you need to defeat them too. And while you're at it, could you get Clara's dojo uniform back?
Okay, what's the best part of the DLC? Me drowning as I drink water, Clara's voice, Mustard's voice, or the Slowpoke? Oh, that went well.
Well, that's that. Do your best, you lot. Gambate Kudasai and all that. I'm gonna go and take a shit.
Oh, okay. Everyone just having faces like he actually did just go into the poop house. You know, the poop house. I mean, yes, but... I'm still gonna do the trial. Oh, there he is, taking a poop on the sofa. Yes, let's chase those fat Slowpoke, and by that I mean fast Slowpoke. But where did they go, Poke? Oh, it's rainfall now. Oh, and they're there. Okay. Girl, bye. Nice of them to wait for me. Like, no one bothered catching them. Like, or fighting them, whatever the point was. Like these three Slowpoke were just sort of chilling there, and no one fought them. Like, the whole point is to defeat them, and no one did. Right, so they're pure psychic, so fuck it, we be leading with Mickey. Mickey is our go-to for this particular trial. Unless it turns out that actually not. Hi. Okay, they mooched off over yonder ways. Oh, you could actually see them from a substantial distance away. Fine. Slowpoke on cocaine. Slowcoke. It's a fast Slowpoke. A fast poke. Speedy McJesus. Get slashed upon. Why would you do that? It's already raining. So they're speedy, but they're not very clever. Oh. See, it wouldn't... Oh, wait, they have high speed in battle as well. Huh. But yeah, it wouldn't have surprised me if, like, if they had it such that there were only two fast Slowpoke, but they flee from battle. That would be another way of doing the same idea, I guess. Also, I can hear the game slightly better than I could at the previous house. So I think the music slaps during battle? Oh. Oh, right. I was thinking, oh, did I accidentally pick the right one first time? No, they each have a different part of the uniform. I could swear I saw an item there and it wasn't just the glittering of my bicycle. But apparently I didn't. Disappointing. Ah, Drapion. Did I already check this? I did not mean to do that. And no. I didn't actually mean to do that. Okay. As we were. Clap, 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 clap. Clap, 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 clap. I didn't want you! You're just interfering with my plans, you reverse squid. Which is still a squid. Nah. Step aside, I'm chasing a child. Where did it go? There we go. I'm gonna cycle face first into a fast child. And I'm just gonna go out on a limb and predict that Clara will just not be appreciative of this whatsoever. Like, she'll just be like, damn right you got my thing back. Go and fuck your house. Ah, you can't attack me. I didn't even see what you tried to do. Oh, get splungled upon. Wait, so what? Why did that do more damage than previously? Because, like, in the last battle, it took 2 hits and the first one got it down to yellow health. But this one was, like, almost a one-hit kill and it wasn't even a critical hit. Consistency, yeah, consistency, yeah. Congratulations, Yoren. You're getting there. T. I disagree with spelling it T-E-E shirt on the grounds that is it not called a T-shirt because when laid out it looks like the letter T? Isn't that why? So therefore it shouldn't be spelled T-E-E because it's not like a golf tee, it's a letter T shirt. So it should be spelled T-shirt accordingly, no? Or am I wrong? Is the entire conflounder creation of my life built on a throne of lies? Fumble the microphone with your knee, Tess. It adds emphasis. You can't psychic me, I'm part dork type. Haha! Vicky just keeps getting stronger somehow. Ah, critical hit that time, okay. Maybe it's because he leveled up between the first and second fights. Maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe I'm just Dumbelina, pudding and pie. Kissed a house and learned how to fly. Toot toot. Cool. Gloves and legwear. Master Mustard. As opposed to Master Mustard Buffaland. I kind of want. Just, you know, since we're in the area. Look at that hair. Girl! Unless I already have one. Do I already have one? There's no reason why I would. Unless I do. I don't. Okay. Well, in that case, just make it go all out. Just punch it in the face with maximum everything. You're a good chicken, and you're not even a chicken. Whoa. And once again, I thought that was the one-hit kill one, and I know there is a move like that, and maybe I'm thinking of, like... It's not Horn Drill. Or maybe it is. Like, there is a move that's like that, that's a one-hit KO, and I'm sure I'm not thinking of Guillotine, or Fisher, or Sheer Cold, but the other one. I don't know why I'm obsessing over it, because it clearly wasn't that, but still. Anyway, looking at the hair going on there, I'm gonna name this after Destiny because I saw the music video for Je Me Casse earlier today, and like her hair is doing that sort of thing, and it looks really good on her. So, huzzah! So, distractions aside, let's wander back over yonder. See, I'm torn when I do these streams, because I do want to take it leisurely and, like, catch a bunch of Pokemon and have a fantastic time. But I do worry about being boring for the audience. But then again, hardly anyone turns up to these streams, and it's my channel. But, like, I'd feel bad if I'm not in constant go mode, and I want a Politoed amongst others. Oh, a belt. Can I go through here? Nope, it's an insurmountable waist-high box. Well, whatever. Wait, actually, since we're here, can I not? I was hoping to be able to actually see, like, an item description for the whole uniform, and it appears that that's not an option. Disappointing, unless I missed the obvious. Hey there, Mr. Backpacker. Or Mrs. Ooh.
Bag of potatoes.
Yes. And since we're here, sure, spices, coconut. Sure. Just to spice up some variety when we do things. And you. Berries? Huh. Well, no, but thank you for existing. Now, if you were selling quick bowls, I'd be all over that shit. Anyway, Muster Mastered. Ho there.
Oh, Tess, welcome back.
You don't tell me you got my uniform back on your own.
You can have it back. Just sort of toss it at her feet. Like, you can lick my knees while you're down there.
Oh, well, thanks.
Well, Mustard. He said it.
Well, Mustard, you cleared the first trial like it was nothing. Why, I think this is the first time since Leon that someone was able to handle all 3 fast Slowpoke on their own. The rest of you tried very hard too. You were able to catch up to the Slowpoke, but I guess you couldn't defeat him. Tell you what, anyone who was able to catch up to a Slowpoke at least once gets a pass. Tess really outdid himself, so it's only fair everyone else gets another chance. Try to make a comeback, everybody.
Oh, how generous.
Either way, I'm still out. Oh, that reminds me, honey, where are those little ones? Oh, that's right, darling. I'd nearly forgot
They just have the same voice.
Squirtle, Bulbasaur, come on in, sweeties.
Babies.
So here's the thing. I want them both. Drip. Fine.
These are our sweet little Pokemon, Bulbasaur and Squirtle. We'll be taking care of them together. I'd say they're more than a little curious about your strength as a trainer. Why don't you pick one to keep for yourself? You did succeed in the trial after all. And just so you know, these two have been raised in a very special way. When they evolve, they'll be able to Gigantamax.
I want them both. And I know that we can add Gigantamax ability to them later. Now, I want the Bulbasaur, because Bulbasaur is my go-to choice, but I caught a Venusaur earlier in this stream. Obviously, I already have Urine, so by process of elimination, for total completion, it's going to have to be Squirtle Boy. Wah!
So you're going to go with our little Squirtle. It's great with water-type moves.
Square it. Huzzah. And you might have to take the place of Urine. Thingy. Tiny turtle. Okay. I am close to the waterline. So here's the thingus. I don't want to ditch Urine, but I mean, he's kind of had his time in the sun. Which is a shame. I'm fond of Urine, but might as well raise them all. No offense, Bulbasaur. I would take you as well, if they let me.
Squirtle looks pleased as punch that you chose it. Remember that your new Pokemon will be able to Gigantamax once it's fully evolved, so be sure to raise it well. Dynamaxing, a mysterious phenomenon unique to the Pokemon of Galar. Then there's Gigantamaxing, a very special way of Dynamaxing for very special Pokemon. Their moves change, of course, but their appearance change too. Speaking of Gigantamax, there's that secret recipe of the Master Dojo. Drinking it makes you gigantic and strong. I call it Max Soap. I'd love to have a bowl of max soup full of max mushrooms right now. It sure has been a while. And that's why your second trial shall be mushroom picking. Max mushrooms are the key to Gigantamaxing, and I'm tasking you with finding 3. Max mushrooms are red with a spiral pattern. I'm sure they grow in dark, humid places. And with that, your next trial begins. I'm counting on you.
Oh, whoa. They said, oh, whoa.
And don't you worry, Bulbasaur. I'll be sure to raise you with lots of love. I'll make you all so strong so you'll never lose to Squirtle. See, hey?
Boulder.
But here's the thing. I would love to raise... Oh. See, I still don't know. Like, I already have plenty of them. But yeah, give me the Bulbasaur as well. I want all of them. Hey, Clara, how are your nipples?
Sorry, not sorry, but I haven't accepted you as the hotshot everyone seems to think you are. You better think again if you think I'm gonna let you finish this trial before me, mate.
Bitch. And it's raining again.
It is, my bad, my bad.
Yeah, what's up? Mr. Mustard. Must me of the...
It just dawned on me that you're brand new to the Isle of Armour. Bet you have no idea where to even begin looking for max mushrooms. Come on, let's take a walk and I'll show you some mushroom hotspots.
Okay, that sounds incredibly sus, but yeah, why not?
Dum dum dee dee la la dee da. Now, usually the Forest of Focus is chock full of max mushrooms. The thing is, a swarm of greed came through and ate every last one here. So I'm thinking maybe you'll have more luck finding max mushrooms if you go and check Warm Up Tunnel. It's out on the other side of the forest.
Okay. I think I've been there by mistake already, but whatever.
Just watch where you're going in the forest, Potassium. It's easy to get lost. Anyhow, good luck with the hunt for max mushrooms. Catch you back at the dojo.
Well, I've been there by accident, so now let's accidentally go there deliberately on purpose. Among us, among us. There is a fungus among us. Oh! I already have one of you. Your presence on my team is neither requested nor desired. Also, Mickey is still mostly dead. Oops. Okay, so Greedent. Fuck it, we'll put Polly in the front for a bit, and I need to remember to, I mean, give it the amulet coin, but like, realistically, like, it's not going to actually be in a battle to use it anyway, but just in case. You know, sort of put a little bit of a bright side spin on if he does accidentally end up in a battle. Oh, Tangela. Never known whether it's Tangela or Tangela, but I figured because it's got a load of wiry tentacles, I'm figuring Tangle, therefore Tangela, maybe. Tangela Merkel. Oh, is this the correct direction? It looks right. The lowly trainlands. Ah, there's another bull. Another bug. Is that the hole over there? Which hole is correct, if indeed any? Where even are we? Okay. So we actually are surprisingly heading in the right direction. I did wonder. No. A Miltag! And a puppy. It's a puppy! I love chickens, Eddie! Well, good for you, Polly, but we already have a poo-poo pup, so we have no need. We will never need. You will never be relevant. Pack your trunk and say goodbye to the circus. Oh. Are you the digging papapa? Oh, the new... Oh! Wait, how can you dig up a unit of energy? Huzzah, that's oddly lucrative.
Oh, a Cubone.
Multiple Cubones and a Diglett Dig. Yeah. Oh, there's 2 more in here as well. Oh. Club. What? Oh, that's the... Oh! I was thinking, what the hell are those mushrooms? They are exactly what we came here to find. Oh. Of course it's Clara. Why wouldn't it be?
Hold up a sec. Hello, what's this? 3 max mushrooms in one spot? Here I thought I need to go find them one by one. I saw those mushrooms first, I swear. I've been at the dojo longer and all, so it's only fair you let me have them, right?
Now?
I figured that's what you'd say. Gosh, you're such a pain in the neck. You just show up out of nowhere and just happen to be young and talented. If you're looking to get in my way, well, I think some vile poisons will take care of that.
Girl be trying to step on my plungus. Well, I have ways of dealing with your kind, madam.
Let's set the record straight here. I'll show you once and for all that I'm the better trainer. But you're not, though, because I'm literally the champion.
That was supposed to just be tapping the cherry. That wasn't even meant to be a Killyminster. But you know what? Since we're doing the sending someone out there for half a second. Good. Now, because I used, because I just used Volt Switch, that means I get a free switch in. So I'm going to swap in John just to get the double money thing from the amulet coin, and then swap him back out when the game presents the opportunity to do so. Big brain hours. Wow, you're just learning everything all at once, aren't you? Right, so special 40, special 60, there is no reason to keep water gun. Goodbye. Clara's just standing there like, it's going so well, and it kind of isn't. In you go, just so I can take you back out again. This should also boost your EXP. EXPP. Okay, coughing, that's, well, I mean, of course it's fucking poison type. Okay. There. Oh yeah, Mickey's still partly dead. Huh. Okay, well, Urius it is then. Love how John's tail just keeps just going mad. And I don't know if it's because he's happy or if he's just always like that. Yeah, get ice on your beam. Be chillful. Wasn't even super effective and it's still one hit KO. Oh, only 3 levels this time, John. You're slacking. Whirlipede.
I want to say that gets a steel type at some point, but I'm probably wrong.
Either way, fuck 'em up, Greta. Bring it home, and by that I mean murder.
Am I gonna lose again? Is there just something wrong with me?
Yes. You're trash. See, I'd heard that both Clara and the one that you deal with in S.H.I.E.L.D. are both, like, nice to your face, but then, like, their characterization is actually really, like, dickish, you know, once you get to know them. And I don't want to believe that's true of the one from S.H.I.E.L.D. as well, but apparently it is. But yeah, Clara, you are just... no.
Oh, fine. Hit us with our weakness. What, you a super effective move machine?
No, I'm a super effective love machine, which is 1 letter off, apparently. John is definitely about to evolve. Rain dance, fuck that noise. Yep, you are a sack of potatoes.
Just what have you got that I don't?
The championship? Do you know who I am? I'm Special Inquisitor Morag. I will commence the plan, and Chugga Conroy will be like, ah yes, I've heard you say plan, and I'll repeat it back to you. Plon.
Yeah, water, yeah.
Yeah. See, that confirms something that I think I mentioned this in an earlier stream, like many weeks ago. I'll come back to this.
Why can't I win? I'm trying as hard as I can. What am I missing? Oh, fine, you can have those silly mushrooms. I'm going to find better ones anyway. So there. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like, yeah. 3 clusters of max mushrooms. But yes, the, Beep, beep, beep.
Hello, is this Tess's phone? How's the trial coming along, love?
Easiest peasiest.
I mean, you've already managed to find 3 max mushrooms. I'll be checking on everyone's progress, but it seems you're in first place once again. You really are our new rising star, aren't you? I better go put the pot on the stove, but you best be careful on your way back. Ciao.
But yes, the, like, I hold it that a Pokemon's evolution, like, stance, like, status, and its age are completely, like, not related to one another. So, like, you could have, like, a Snivy that's, like, 750 years old, and you can have, like, a Raichu that is, like, 2 months. So, like, just because it's fully evolved doesn't mean it's an adult, and just because it's, like, still in its base form doesn't mean to say that it's, like, a baby. And I'm glad that the mention of algae on algae, I can never remember which one it is. Just the fact that that's mentioned, like, I feel some form of validation on that particular personal canon of 1,000 heads. I'm rather hoping to find some more max mushrooms while I'm here, but I suspect that they're just going to not spawn ever again, ever. Well, they are going to spawn because I'm aware that you can, like, you could consistently get max super, and that's how you activate/deactivate Gigantamax ability for Pokemon that are Gigantamax eligible that don't necessarily have the Gigantamax factor. So... See, I'm working on the assumption that it won't let me fly back, but I don't see why it wouldn't. So I'll just fly back. Because why wouldn't I? Sup, bitches? I win. Let me guess, there weren't any mushrooms in existence. And he's like, we've been new.
Hey there, Tess, welcome back. Looks like you nailed the trial. Congrats on finding the max mushrooms. Trial number 2 was no problem for you. All my other students ended up getting lost in the forest. Turns out finding max mushrooms was the least of their problems. It's a shame, but I guess everyone other than Tess will fail the trial.
To be fair, Clara made it through as well.
Well, first things first, a proper meal. Let's have the max mushrooms made into a delicious max soup, shall we?
Turns out it's actually penis enlargement pills.
I've really outdone myself this time. Now all that's left to add those lovely max mushrooms you brought us.
Miss Honey, please wait.
Why, Clara, what in the world has gotten into you? Never seen you in such a flutter.
I got some max mushrooms too.
I bet they're not.
Oh, nice work, Clara. You must have searched hard for those. That makes you the second person to pass the second trial.
I did it, sob sniff.
Oh, chin up, darling Clara. You did it. This is a cause for celebration.
I bet they're, like, knockoff mushrooms that are, like, Plowjus, and she's just painted them with, like, nail polish or something to make them look like the real thing, and then we're all going to die of diarrhea.
Master Miss Honey, can I please ask for something just this once? I want you to use my max mushrooms in the max soup. I really want to share my hard work with everybody here.
Oh, Clara. Well, if that's all you're after, I'm perfectly happy to oblige. Well, this is hardly the first time you've asked for something, and I rather doubt it'll be the last.
Miss Honey?
I do hope that you don't feel your thunder's being stolen, Tess, but we're a family here and families share, so we'll go ahead and use Clara's mushrooms today. It's just so rare for her to try hard at something. I really want to reward that. You do understand, don't you? You can hold on to the max mushrooms you found. I'm sure you'll find a good use for them. Oh, don't worry. You still totally passed the trial with flying colours. Think of those max mushrooms as an extra reward.
But can I have the Bulbasaur, though? Ah, there are turd clouds around the pot. Even better.
Right, everybody, soup's on. The famous max soup of the Master Dojo. Well, I'm famished, time to dig in.
Itadakimasu.
That doesn't really translate, so...
Oh, never did explain the big deal about this soup, did I? You see, when one drinks this dojo's famous max soup...
Oh, I can Dynamax now.
No, you don't. That kind of thing doesn't happen if a human has the soup. But things are a bit different when certain Pokemon drink the soup. See, there are some Pokemon that have distinct potential, and when they drink the soup, their Dynamax form will change into a Gigantamax form. I keep one of the lads in the kitchen on soup duty from now on too. So you can ask him to serve up a fresh bowl of max soup whenever you need.
Yas.
Now then, let's wrap things up. You all did your best on the second trial, and I'm proud of everyone here. And last but not least, thanks for the soup, honey. Gochiso samadeshita.
Gochiso samadeshita. Which is what they probably were actually saying in the original Japanese, and it doesn't really translate, but still.
By the way, Tess, meet me in my room when you have a moment. I want to show you how I take a shit.
But while we're here... Yes, I would like soup. Right, so first of all... I mean, I'm just going to lead with Polly. Polly gets some soup. Polly can now Gigantamax. Now, I'm assuming that's used up the ones that I had. I want to say they come under battle items and not these, so... Yeah, I think we've used them up. So I do intend to go through and, like, steadily make sure my whole team can Gigantamax. Well, the ones that are capable, anyway. Yeah, how you be doing, girl? Yeah, she's got the symbol. As does John. Yeah, Greta, Jeremy, and... Oh. Actually, I'm not sure if Mickey can. Be dope if he could.
I want the Bulbasaur.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm having... Well, let's have to fire up the old one, and there we go, let's push it. I'm just making that child mumble.
Can't see pound down.
This is just mumble child. The fresh hell is this? Sure.
I thought you wanted to. My current name just close to Manchester.
Well, I have several. I don't know what that has it done anything? Now I've heard about the Cramomatic, but I'd completely forgotten what it actually does. Any Susan.
There you are, Tess, Clara, thanks for coming.
So, what's this all about, Master? What did you want to tell us?
Well, I've decided that you two will now take the Master Dojo's final, last, ultimate third trial.
The final, last, ultimate third trial?
Danganronpa.
And so basically, this is the last trial?
Ah, well, yes, that's the gist of it. You two are the only ones who successfully finished the second trial. You've pushed each other to great heights and helped each other grow. So I'd say it's time to see who's stronger in a Dynamax Pokemon battle.
We're gonna battle? That's the last trial?
Yep, the rules are simple. Whoever wins will complete the trial. The winner will be granted the secret armor of the Master Dojo.
This is it, finally. But can I? No?
Battle will be held in the battle court behind the Master Dojo. The court is a power spot so you can Dynamax to your heart's content.
I gotta get going. I need to go there right away to prepare my pure heart for this. I'm going on here, potassium. You can laze about like a slowpoke and take as much time as you need.
Gladly. So that explains what's back there, then.
Clara, she's got talent, that's for sure, but it's caused her to slack off. She's never felt the need to try hard at anything, I guess. Even with her training here at the dojo, I can tell she's just doing the bare minimum. Things have changed since you arrived, Tess. Maybe you've helped awaken some sort of passion and drive in her, eh? Still, I only hope that motivation isn't put towards anything mischievous.
Again, I've been doing too much voice in one day. Alright, so bearing in mind she's poison type. I mean, I want to lead with Polly, but she's also poison. So... I'm thinking I'll lead with Greta. And, yeah, because she's part steel, so anything poison that Clara tries to pull, I'll be able to resist it. And then when the time comes, I'll send in Mickey, and he'll Dynamax, and he'll use Max Quake, and that will just delete everyone. Wow, this sure is a battlefield. Not as impressive as I'd hoped. You just talking to nobody? Are there ninjas here who will take away my legs? Specifically my legs? I'm just gonna walk past you. Wow, you're...
Hey, don't just ignore me.
Make me, bitch.
Banana. You're here.
What makes you say that, Copper?
When I beat you, I'll get the secret armor and I'll become a poison-type gym leader. I got to win, no matter what.
See, I thought she was an ex-leader, and that's... I don't know.
I'm gonna go all out and totally beat you. You ready?
Sure. I will murder you in the face. I've got style, I've got grace.
Looks like the two of you are ready.
And everyone else has come to watch.
Good luck.
I'm cheering for both of you. Alright, you two take your places.
I don't trust her to not cheat is the thing.
The fingers.
So, what's it to be?
The Master Dojo's final trial. Ready. Twinkle. And go.
Smooth transition. Was that... Did she have that ring before? Is she going to do something dangerous? And why can I never remember what type Skorupi is? Because I feel like it should be, like, poison steel.
I'm not holding back a single thing anymore. Time to settle this fair and square. Oh, and maybe watch your step. Looks like some toxic spikes somehow got on the battle court.
Okay, so if I change Pokemon, then a bad time will happen. I did wonder if she was going to play underhandedly, and she did, and I'm not surprised. But I think it's... I want to say it's bug poison. But I feel like Skorupi should be part steel. And then Drapion gets dark involved somehow, and that's like 4 types at once that it should be, and it isn't. See, I'm an expert most of the time, but not always.
Ah, sorry, my dear Pokemon, I should give better directions, but hang in there, you've got this.
You've totally got this, Fates. Oops. Wow, John, you're slacking.
Actually, I'm a war turtle.
See, it's not as super effective, but... Oh. It's the fairy version. Well, in that case, steel in your face with your cauliflower planets. Yeah. Assurance. Why are you swinging chimneys at me? Like Yeet Feet, the foot version of throwing hands. Wow, I've forgotten how to speak in my own damn accent after all of this. situationing. What are we, the situation police? Well, on the plus side to all of this, I am satisfied that I'm capable of streaming up this new house. And I'm fairly sure... Why are you obsessed with learning Rain Dance? You don't need it. Whirlipede. Oh, you are so screwed. Yes, wait a minute. In the shield version of this, you're fighting against someone who wants to be a psychic type gym leader. What does he use instead of toxic spikes then? I'm assuming he cheats because she put out toxic spikes. So if I change Pokemon, then I'll be poisoned. Well, what would he do then? Because that's, you know, oh, whatever. I can look it up on my own time if I care. But in any case, yeah, I'm satisfied that the internet is good enough to support my streaming habits. Yeah. And I am aware that there is more to the Isle of Armour after this. But I'm probably going to wrap it up after this battle, because then I can sort of split it neatly into 2 separate streams, where next week we'll do like the Kubfu, Urshifu stuff, and then also explore more of the wild area.
There's no way I'm losing. I ain't let go till the bitter end.
Whatever. Blurp. Yeah, I know. Oh, badly poisoned. Ooh. But whatever. Time to... Oh, Max Darkness as well. Well, in that case, which one is... Oh, well, still Max Quake. I feel like Obstagoon should have a Gigantamax form, and I feel like it doesn't. Gotta fuck people up and take names in that order.
Look at how screwed you are. You're so screwed.
Watch out, audience. 1 dose of Clara poison, and there's no turning back. Yeet. Yeet.
That whole sequence says so much about her character. Just like she's all smiles, but then if you look closely at her face as she's turning, then like, you know, her true colors come through in like the last couple of frames, and that's just really clever. But yeah, I ain't got time for your games, girl. Although to be fair, that Slowbro is level 67, so we finally have met someone who is almost our match. Almost at this point. Pume! I ain't got time for your Pume. Pathetic. Oh no, it's raining. How sad. Fuck it, just more of the same, please. Oh, that is an interesting ability. But, yeah, no. Nikki's just standing there like, ah, what a refreshing shower. I don't give a fuck. Spray me again, see where it gets you. Look at how dead you almost are. And poison. We'll see to that shortly. But for now, there, we'll end on a showstopper. Tentacles. There. Exploding tentacles, no less. A dangerousest kind. So yes, let me make one thing clear. Clara, you will never be a legend, an icon, or the moment. You don't fucking step to me. This is what happens. I didn't even need to bust out my fresh new Gigantamax, pal. You are not the moment.
But I didn't hold back. I gave it everything I've got.
And it still wasn't good enough. So what did we learn?
The victor has been decided. The one to complete the 3rd trial is you, Tess.
Huzzah, hayak, hajimbus, and all the other noises that I tend to make.
Oh, well done. You both gave it your all.
Oh man, I totally lost. Well, this stinks. I do everything, even cheat a little, and still lose. I expect a young, talented kid like you to really get it, but I really was trying, you know? As hard as I could. Maybe it's time for me to just give up on my dream of being a gym leader. Once they find out what I did, I'll be expelled from the dojo anyway. Tess, you can tell the master I cheated.
Nah.
Huh? But why? It was supposed to be a fair battle, and I cheated just so I could win.
That's your strength, Tess. Kindness toward both your Pokemon and your rivals.
Master?
I should apologise on Clara's behalf too, as her master. What she did was wrong, but she just didn't want to be beaten by her rival, that's all. She's a good, hard-working student.
Master, thank you. I'm so sorry, Jazz.
As your punishment, Clara, you're gonna look after the Pokemon in the dojo for 6 months by yourself.
Poop, scoop, Judy. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of work, but is that all?
Of course, let's work on strengthening your art.
Okay.
Alright, everyone, things are settled here. So proud of you both. You mustered so much effort and tried so hard. Got so teared up I couldn't even see half the battle, but what I saw was amazing.
So moving. Tearing off.
Tess, you gave it your best and triumphed even when faced with an unfair challenge. To you, who completed all the trials, I grant the secret armour of the Master Dojo. It'll take some time to prepare, so I'll go ahead and get things sorted. And that's all, gang, as you were.
Tess. Well...
Thank you. I will talk to you never.
You're really strong.
Whatever. I don't speak English. Ah, he said it, he said it. Right then. I suppose I should at least cash in my reward. Unless I have to beat him in a battle again.
There you are, Tess, keeping this old man waiting, Since you've completed all 3 trials, I'll give you the secret armour of the Master Dojo. Now then, come on out.
It's a baby. Hello.
Yeah.
Well, that's precious. Awkward little fuck. So relatable.
Bear?
This Pokemon is in fact the secret armour of the Master Dojo. Say hello to Kubfu. I know, it's tiny.
Keeping that one for posterity.
But raise it with diligence and it'll become strong enough to see you through any battle. Just like a suit of armour. No opponent will be able to get past it. This one in particular has amazing potential. Problem is, it's a bit shy. Doesn't seem to have much confidence in itself. So I was thinking, Tess, maybe if it joins you on your adventure, that'll help it break out of its shell a little bit. To take care of Kubfu, Potassium, it's in your hands now.
I am just not with the voices anymore.
Bear, man.
That little pouty face, though. Boogity boogity, I'll scare your face. Huzzah! Now what should I name this child? Now, I feel like this should be counted as a legendary, but there's more than one form, and I feel like... I don't know. Okay, who's a fighty boy? Who's a fighty boy? Who is a fighty boy? Bear with while I think. Not that anyone's actually watching at this point, but bear with me while I think. What? What? No. Maybe? Nah, I can't justify that. Siren in my head is making awful sounds. Estonia 2010. Underrated. I will train it up eventually.
Now then, the first thing for you to do is become best friends with Kung Fu. You need to build trust. Kung Fu hasn't really had a chance to explore the world outside the dojo, so maybe it'll help if you become better friends if you have a look around. Maybe take it to a spot that has a great view of the Isle of Armour. I'll have my students standing at good spots, so just keep an eye out. And of course, having battles or camping out together will also help you become more friendly towards each other. Oh well, so I know. I hereby grant you permission to keep a Pokemon out of its Pokeball here on the Isle of Armour. You can now let a Pokeball at the end of your
I'm glad for this. This is the first... I didn't know this was a thing.
Once your best buddies will start Kung Fu's training in earnest. Just stop by and let me know once you think you're ready.
Well, that's great and all, but I do actually want to evolve John first. Clara, how are your nipples? Wow, you don't even get a name for your text box anymore. Fucking rip. So yes, I'm fairly sure at this point that our options are the Tower of Darkness. Oh, hey, Greta. Hi. Well, that being the case, actually, I want to walk around with fucking Jeremy. He's the OG after all. Hi. Smug little shit, I love you. So yes, at some point then, well, presumably next week, we'll have to, I suppose, make a decision between Rapid Strike style and whatever the other style is called, and go to that respective tower. But I suppose for the time being, I ought to call it a stream here, so... Jeremy, I have so much love for you, you do not even understand. Yes, I suppose this is the end of Strimstrams for this week, and I am glad that I'm glad that things worked properly, and I will save a second time because I don't trust. I never trust. In the meantime, though, I don't know how y'all feel about some of the dubious quality voices that I did in this stream, but you know, we Oh, I just now realized you can rearrange where the icons are on the pause screen. Well, whatever. Anyway, so, that was stream. Some people watched, most of the planet didn't, but that's fine, so I can stream at my new house, yay! So anyway, I should be preparing for bed because I have more reviews to write and record and everything. But in the meantime, I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons. Other people were also here, and by that I mean Europe's Gallo 8 joined me. But that was more or less it. And now we're done. So thank you for watching, and good night, and goodbye, and have a safe journey out of your life. Did I seriously just tell my audience to perish? Huh. Anyway, good night.